were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you, left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle.
Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you garage. Girl, come and park your heart. If I'm a slide on the playground, would you slide down my sliding bar?
Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. I won't leave your side.
A new Liberian restaurant and lounge with tasty Liberian and Afro-Caribbean cajun is opening in Morton, South Jersey this spring. The name is Sasa Bean. Sasa Bean is located at 300 East Braintree Road, Morton, New Jersey 08053. Sasa Bean specializes in ethnic Liberian, Afro-Caribbean, and Southern cuisines. We are 25 minutes drive from Philadelphia, 40 minutes drive from Wilmington, Delaware, 30 minutes drive from Trenton, 30 minutes drive from Bristol, and 20 minutes from Burlington, New Jersey. At Sasa Bean, we have a private lounge area for private parties and private and corporate meetings and events. Sasa is hiring for both full-time and part-time employees. The pay rate ranges between $16 to $22 per hour. Contact us today for all your bookings and reservations on 609-468-4232. That's 609-468-4232. Sasa Bean Restaurant and Lounge, a place with tasty dish and comfort. Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Marco Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
God. Yeah, man. This is the third time this week that my car has broken down on me. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello, brother. Yeah, God.
I say, excuse me, sir. Why do you have your car in the driveway? Don't you know you're obstructing traffic?
I'm sorry, my brother, but I'm frustrated and annoyed right now. I've been spending money on spare parts for this car 2 to 3 times every week. All my saving is gone, and now I'm in debt.
Okay, if that's what you say, do you know Sika Motor or have you heard of Sika Motors?
No, my brother. What do they do?
Listen very well. Sika Motors is the sole distributor of Toyota and Mitsubishi vehicles and Yamaha products, including motorbikes, generators, elbow machines, and many more.
Eh? You say what? But I told you I wanted to buy a car?
Okay. Sika Motors sells spare parts for all their brands of vehicles, motorbikes, and elbow machines. And your car at Toyota?
Yes, now. My car at Toyota.
Their spare parts are durable, genuine, long-lasting, very affordable, and always available.
Oh, for true? Then I'm wasting my time?
My man, you know I will not lie to you. Try Sika Motor and see.
Thank you so much, my brother, for giving me this information about Sika Motor spare parts.
They are located on the UN Drive in Seontown, Bourgeois Island. You can contact them via email on sikamarketing@cfao.com.
Say no to fixed spare parts.
Yes, you hear it for yourself. Hurry now to Sika Motors and get yourself genuine and very affordable spare parts any day and anytime.
For more information, you can contact Sika Motors on 0775-987758 or 0881-937000.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
It's been raining since last night, and it seems to be the rain isn't stopping anytime soon. But it's good that we have managed our way to be here this morning on the BKS platform, the Costa Show. Brakai Amara Kamara is my name. I'm pretty seated here with Sylvester Teves now. We will be here with you from now up until later on this afternoon at 12 p.m. Today is the 12th day of the 6th month AD 2023. Let me say good morning. Welcome. Let me cross over to Teves and say good morning, Teves. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Brakai, good morning. It is indeed a great pleasure being on the nation's premier platform that is named and starred the Costa Show. And like you said, we've made our way through turbulent time, in making sure that we are here to give our people what they love best amidst the heavy downpour of rain since this morning. We made our way at our office to bring to our people the show. So I want to say welcome, whatever you are. I want to say welcome from my end.
All right. So on last week, Thursday, the regular press briefing hosted by the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism they hosted a deputy minister of gender, and she outlined some trending issues that are happening in our gender sector of the country. So,
I think it is Assistant Minister Boga.
okay, assistant minister.
Yeah.
So, it was a horrific news, Teves. We have 585 girls raped in 3 months' time. Once again, 585 girls raped in 3 months' time. Horrible statistics from the Ministry of Gender records 765 cases of sexual and gender-based violence between the month of January to March, as rape counts for 585. Let's do the breakdown. It covers the cases ranging from rape, persistent non-support, and other forms of domestic violence. Assisting Minister of Gender for Social Protection, that's Mamina Ka,
Car.
told journalists, at the Ministry of Information, that in January, Liberia recorded, just the month of January, Liberia recorded the amount of 310 cases. Why 309 were recorded in February, and then in March, Liberia recorded 140 cases of SGBV. She said female account for 733 cases, while male accounts for 34 cases of the same abuse. The latest statistic, according to the assistant general minister, revealed that 585 of the SGBV cases reported are rape related, while the remaining numbers account for persistent non-support and other forms of violence. Teves, here we are. In 3 months' time, we recorded 765 cases of sexual and gender-based violence. Where are we headed to, Liberia? Teves, you listen
Yeah.
to the numbers.
Yeah, Boga. I also follow Memina on the Thursday, and it was an intriguing moment listening to such a report that accounts for the sexual-based violence and where raped, the issue about rape is still a menace in our society. In the Boaka, sometimes I sit and wonder, why would a decent man be involved into such a devilish act? I consider that as being devilish, Boaka. Because no decent man who knows himself, who has sisters, who has daughters,
Mm-hmm.
and the family members of his, and the family members of his, and they are they have girls children, Boaka. They have girls children. Then you go involved into that kind of thing, or Boaka. What sense it makes? So if you get feeling for your girls children, if you get feeling for your girls children, if you get feeling for your sisters, you won't grab another person's sister or daughter and sexually abuse them. That is wrong, Boaka. I don't know whether it is a feeling of instant gratification, or they want to have that feeling of there's a word for a word. They want to have somebody who is underage to have them strain on them, to get that kind of feelings. I just don't know. Or other do it for ritualistic purposes. I just don't know, Boaka, because no sound man, Boaka, will go about abusing, raping an underage child. That is wrong. I consider you an animal. You are of no use to the society. And also to some of our brothers who don't take care of their family, Amen. Look, Braga, because that's not only rape case alone, right? Because all of the numbers you somehow account for a non-persistent support.
Yeah.
You decided to be a man for God heaven's sake.
Mm-hmm.
People can say in our local parlance, they say, "Dog trusts a reptile before it what? Before it swallows boom."
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to make a family. You've decided, you weigh all of the options to make a family. You have made a family, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is so big that you cannot cater to your family? Or you want to bring it on the economy? Yeah, someone who argue that, brother, that the economy is high. Some who argue that the economy is high. Some who argue that they don't get job. Some who argue that when they go do their business don't go. Some may argue that there may be some genuine excuses, brother. But yesterday, that doesn't still stop you from supporting your family, from supporting your wife, brother. It doesn't support you. It doesn't still support your argument. And, and to some of our people, right, who take pledge in our local parlance, right? They take pledge to be something that they can go and do out then their home, they abandon their home, their wife, their children, whosoever. They are not being catered to. Shame on those men, Braga. Shame on those men. You have found time out, but your home is disorganized. You have 10, 15 girlfriends outside you supporting, but your home is not feeding that impulsive, domestic caring or care that home's supposed to get. And shame on those men, because every responsible man, your responsibility starts with your family. It starts from home. It starts from home. You go out you drinking 10, 15 bottles of beer, but to pay your children's school fee, to feed your woman, to feed your children in the home, that's something that is so big for you. Shame unto those men also, brother. Shame unto them. You live in the best of all life outside, but to cater to your home is something that is very big for you. Only people who are not responsible, don't care, careless, heartless fathers who go that route to not support your children, to not support your wife. That is very bad, brother. So we've seen this all the time. That, for example, the CPP case used to be on and stuff, and what have you. Most often, I used to face the court, brother. You will see some of the guys there on prisoner bench. The other, why you here for? Why you here for? So now the judge will be asking, why you here for? Why you here for? You hear someone there. They brought me here. They say I can support my own. They say you can support your own or you can support your own. That is so bad. We gotta desist from that as men. Good men take care of their home. Good men take care of their home. Good men don't rape. Good men look for somebody who are the people who are of age. That's what good men look for. If you want to get into any form of promiscuity, look for people who are above the age. Who are not on age. Go about. If you want to involve yourself into these things, don't go look for the post-small children. Don't go look for the post-small daughters. They could be your child. They could be your children. They could be your cousins. They could be your sisters. You are damaging another child's future. You are damaging another. That is why the defense minister, the chief of staff the other day of the armed forces, the man said you suppose they fire for fire, not fire for fire per se. You use a terminology where if someone rapes and the court found them guilty, they should hang them by death penalty and stuff and what have you. And it makes sense because you look at a 9-year-old child, you look at a 10-year-old child, 15-year-old child, you big rusted man like you in your 40s and 50s, you growing all of such a child. Isn't that equivalence of cruelty? That is complete cruelty, brother. So the same way that person child will go through that thing. Some of them can even come from out of age, some of them can die. Then they go through that instant pain also, brother. That is wrong for our society.
But Kevin, let's look at, coming up with the numbers is one thing, but a speedy trial is another thing. Are we really getting all of these things from the government? Because every day the government will come, they say this XYZ amount of numbers of rape cases in our country over this period of the time. But are they fast tracking those cases? Are they reaching out to the Ministry of Justice and following all of these cases and making sure that those perpetrators being brought to, brought to book, and actions are taken against them. Now, somebody may say, "Oh, another person raped a 2, 3, 4, or 5 years old child in XYZ community, and they want to take it the family way." Or somebody may say a 17-year-old or 20-year-old boy raped an elderly woman. They want to take it the family way. Let's look at the speedy process. Is the government? Do you think this government is on track when it comes to following those cases, or they are just coming up with the numbers and making things look like, oh, we are working towards it. We want to make the Liberian people know that we are on top of our games, and they are now coming up with the result that the Liberian people want.
Waka, let me say this. In as much we will criticize those doers, but the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection needs to step up again. In recent times, there have been too many things at that ministry, bro. You have ministers in there every day. They on Facebook. They posting photo on Facebook. You get one deputy minister there who was caught in a nude video saga. One canon. The deputy minister there, he was caught in a nude video saga in his office. That man was doing a nude video. That video leaked. You have how they call it, the minister herself. She called herself Mama Diba. That's what they can call.
Yeah.
Mama Diba. She's called by that. She's always around press conferences and CDC functions. She abandoned her office and stuff going all here and there. That is wrong. That ministry is a very strategic ministry. That ministry gets funding from so many international partners like the UN and stuff and whatever, the UNDP. That ministry is very strategic. When you prove to the people that you are ready to work, when you prove to the people that you are ready to work, when you prove to the people that you have good ideas, fresh ideas, to make sure that they tackle some of these things like rape, like the sexual violence, sexual-based violence against women. All of these programs, these are good programs that UN support, international partners support. But you only need people who will drive that vision. But this is a minister. Every time you see her, when CDC having press conference, she's there. She's there. When CDC having other rallies, she's there. You have a deputy and the assistant minister every time they're on Facebook taking pictures here and there and what have you. You get one of the deputy minister in your office doing nude video. Deputy minister on doing nude video. That ministry is a strategic and potential ministry. If you play your card where you will get funding to aid your process in making sure that these things, like sexual-based violence against women, the issue about rape, these things will be the government through the general ministry will engage swiftly in making sure that they follow the matter to logical conclusion, because they didn't leave the matter, go and investigate and things and what have you, send someone that report and things to the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Justice to be on stuff like they're not getting the requisite budget they're supposed to get. And they cannot go in, every time, you have them break certain time, you have them go certain time, that kind of way, things are not good. So you have bad cases, like the issue of rape, people will be like sub-beach there, languishing beyond bars. They have not been, the trials have not been called for them. You find a people spend 2, 3, 4 years in jail before their cases are called, all of these things. So if you have people, visionaries, who drive that particular ministry, not those ones that we have there, who always want to be on Facebook, want to be doing nude video, want to be at CDC press conferences and rallies, but you have people, right, who can turn the wheel, who can pull the plug to make sure that they attract donors to that particular man. That ministry will be engaged and fighting these kind of cases, but not with those ones we currently have at general ministry.
Okay, Darrington Collins, we in 3 months' time, the Ministry of Gender recorded 765 cases of sexual and gender-based violence from the month of January to March, the amount when it comes to rape is 586. Here we are. Numbers are climbing. Every month we have new numbers. It's climbing, and the rape cases are on the increase in our country. You have to come in there from your own perspective.
Well, Bweka, it is unfortunate that the numbers are climbing up. Like Teva said, you have a ministry where it has this more partisan flavor attached to it. You know, when certain elements in certain places are accused, then the Ministry of Gender, it is now time that they want to do their job, that they want to pin certain people, as people who violate women's rights. The war this partisan gamut. We all, to be honest, we all saw how the Ministry of Gender was raised when the Mo Ali situation came up. They were issuing one statement here to another. They were following up with the case, condemning Mo Ali here and there. But now that the findings are out about the DNA result, we don't see the gender ministry running. So it is that same partisan posture that they take at the Ministry of Gender and Children Protection. It's been one of the ministries that has not been proactive. Given to the Salif administration, the gender ministry, they were a no-nonsense place at the time. When even Liberian men who don't love to support their children, when they tell you that they will carry you to the gender ministry, you will start to shape in. But now the gender ministry is it's just a place where people it's just a water and swirl. Let me put it that way. We are just paying salaries, bunch of incompetent people doing nothing. Every day, the Ministry of Gender probably go to work, put a computer on, play Zuma, they finish, they shut the computer because nothing serious is happening there, right? Gender protection, children protection. Children are supposed to be in school that are not in school. That's the social work component of the Ministry of Gender. Kids who are of school going age, are they in school? What is happening? Can their parents afford? What programs can the Ministry of Gender, embark on to see that, for far too long, with 2023, while doing school hours, children are still hogging cars in Monrovia selling. And then we say that is the future generation. We have a long way to go, brother. And that is not just 2023. Children are staying in the streets of Monrovia hogging cars. Like, when will we come of age? When will we try to transition from that state to a more positive state? Children, mama, in this country, when your child is of school going age and they are not in school, it's a big problem. You got summoned by the school authorities. In fact, in some states, they will literally send you to court for not bringing your child to school. But in our country, from 1847, because I don't want to say since the war days, up to now, children in the streets of Monrovia are still walking cars. The Minister of Gender take pleasure in calling herself the mother, I know what? Mother of the revolution. What revolution? That's all Pizzo Town extra year. I've criticized Pizzo Town the other day. She blocked me from Facebook. I said, because all she does is put this makeup on. She's not following up nothing. They call her daughter and mother of the revolution. She's happy. That's all Pizzo Town want to do. At some point in time, we hear rumor of she and Mr. We are in social activity. At some point in time, we hear rumor of she and Jefferson Koji in social activity. So we don't know what's going on. The same Minister of Gender, when her mentor, Lehman Bowie dealt with the regime.
Lehman Bowie, yeah.
Pizzo turned to the Minister of Education of the government. She was uneasy. She wanted to clarify. She wanted to debunk everything they almost said about the regime. But here you are. You have given over 5 years at the Ministry of Gender and Children Protection. All it shows your gross incompetence. The numbers are going up. The Ministry of Gender is not proactive, Bweka. My man, you think USAID or SIWA, this international organization, Action Aid, you think they will take their money and give it to you for you to even 16-day activism? We don't even hear about those things again.
Absolutely.
But the gender ministry will take on, the 16 days of activism to create awareness about, anti-rape campaign and stuff like that. How our parents, before the Ministry of Gender, we have these little jingles, where they will conscientize young people about when somebody make inappropriate sexual advances on you, say something, go talk to us or your teacher, create that awareness. But in our country, the sad thing, Boyka, is that we have normalized sleeping with minors. We have normalized that. We have normalized, and that is why most Liberian men, when it comes to these developed societies, they have problems. Because they see regular 16-year-old as okay. No, it's not okay. It is just not okay. So, Boyka, until you have a regime that is responsible enough, that will take affirmative action in going against people who violate, young girls and boys and holding them accountable. And like Teva talk about, fast tracking them, because a part of the criminal justice process too of it, we can do the active version of it, is that when somebody is accused, they must be fed freely and expediently. You can use somebody, accused of rape, pre-trial detainee, and over 2-3 years they may have not seen the judge. What is happening? If the judiciary needs some overhauling, the president needs to be making these kinds of cases so that people who are accused of rape go through the criminal justice system. Either they are acquitted or they are indicted. But we just get all these cases. People compromising here and there. Mama, the thing is so bad. Until Boyka, people who are educated in Liberia, their daughters will be violated in their home, they will settle a family away. It is so bad. It is not happening far away. When you open this line here, even in our own families, parents are compromising rape cases.
Yeah.
They'll say, don't say that thing about Uncle John. Oh, Uncle John, the people let dollar, they shouldn't say about Uncle John. So that is the people need to hold these people accountable. Mothers, if your child is sexually abused, come out and speak out. It can be Uncle John, it can be Uncle Paul, it can be the pastor, it can be the imam. Come out and speak out. But they just, the numbers will keep going up, Boyka. You got assistant minister at the Ministry of Gender who don't even know how to pull computer on. So what kind of project proposal they coming to write? That's the truth. I'm telling you something, Boyka, you'll be surprised. Go to Ministry of Youth and Sports. Go to the Ministry of Gender. Those are ministries that attract international donor support.
Yeah.
Like the Unity Party boys or not. Those young men, they are educated. When they tell you they will put a project proposal, the international people, they love, they have a sense for this audio visual. Where you can tell them, there's two pilot projects, this one will cover this. They love you to present the numbers to them, digital faction that will encourage them to spend more money. But you got
getting from your end.
I don't know how to put computer on. Let alone to even prepare reports or to even prepare PowerPoint presentation. So, Boyka, stop asking this question. And don't be surprised. Some of them have been in America so long, like piece of time, maybe she herself, she lacked that capacity. But the minister, that's a place where they just there and just pay salary, Boyka.
But guys, Boyka, 1 minute before I come in, Boyka, that is not saying something that the general party people, taking or leaving from there, they are educated, right?
That's true.
I want to make the garden, that is established, but that's why I can make the garden feel that they are entitled.
Oh, that's the sense of, that is sense of
arrogance. That khaki, way of behaving, that they entitled to Liberia and stuff and whatever. I was just laughing.
Honestly though, no boss know their shit. I give it to them.
Guys, let's look at recommendations. What are some of the things that we can do to minimize those cases and even the numbers? What can this government do? Number one, we have a minister that is not a ministry that is not functioning well because of some incompetent ministers at that ministry. And the judiciary also is another part of it. They are also playing their role there. Is there any recommendations from us now? What can we do? Or what can the ministry do? What can this government do in curtailing some of these cases or minimizing the number?
Yeah.
So,
one, caught on. I was just trying to look at the national budget, and where my internet keep fluctuating, and but as it stands, I think the Ministry of Gender needs to be more proactive, and also the government needs to see to it that they step up the budget of the Ministry of Gender. And there are too many unnecessary things. Like you have $1 million inside for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in their budget. You have $1 million for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. What kind of foundation also? $1 million you have there for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They have other things that make sure that those things that are needed for the society that can aid you in the process of curtailing some of these things, let it be strictly for.
But Tevez, Darlington may come here and say,
and secondly,
the first money they are getting, we are not seeing no actions. We are not seeing any job from them. Why will we keep giving them money that we are not seeing them?
I come in with John Darlington in that V. And also, he has him a recommendation.
Yeah,
Mr. We should also bring competent people to the ministry. That recommendation.
Yep.
And bring competent people who know how to pull the plug, who know the in-totals of working with these international partners. I mean, UNDP during Ellen Johnson time, you know how many dollars UNDP pump into that ministry there. Honor Faber Gavelor and Julia Duncan Cassell when they both served as the minister there. After Faber Gavelor left, Julia Duncan Cassell took over. You know how many dollars they pump there? You know how many dollars they pump there? Only because those people that were there at the time were visionary. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were out for.
They hired
those guys, So another recommendation is that we have bring serious minded people to that ministry who know about the ministry, who know how to arrange these things and stuff and what have you. Because when these things are done, there will be programs out there that Darlington said, children who sell in the street between cars, school hours, come to be in school. You see children between the cars, man. Sometimes when I'm driving, I'm very careful because somebody will just shot from the other side. I want soft drink, I want water, I want biscuit. Without some of them being so fast, they will just want to jump in front of you to get that present serve. Only because they want to find daily bread. There should be programs put into place where the Ministry of Gender will tackle these things. Another issue that is skyrocketing, it is issue about the children going around with these disabled people. It's getting so hard. These children are supposed to be in school, they're going around with disabled people. Where is the disabled community? How they call our sister? She's an advocate. She used to be with the ANC when Joey appointed her. She has a Pepe.
Denton Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe. Come on. You need to get involved. You need to get proactive. You being the advocacy. You know the social constraint that people go through. Pepe. We have so many blind people in the street, disabled people in the street. And Pepe, what are you doing, Pepe? What are you doing? You've been around, Pepe. You need to step on your game. Now in the street, that children carrying the blind people there around. Before it used to be elderly man to elderly man or elderly woman to elderly man. But as it stands now, children are carrying disabled people in the street. Where they sort of be in school, they sort of be in their home, watching our parents teachers, helping our parents to get things done, or being in the classroom to go learn something. But these children are carrying these disabled people around. Only because you don't have visionary leader, people who understand, that particular field, to have them, the right people to have them placed in that area. You told people, you made a hope, you made the whole general partisan area.
Yep.
That's serious thing. There's a crisis we are going through. Rape. Darlington, rape. It's a crisis that we are going through.
And not to cut you off, but since our vocal friend, and she's very close to my heart. I know she will not take so kindly. Mama Sikaba been to that place. She just is selling Dion. I'm telling you, I don't know why.
Yeah, every day my sister wants to show the kind of clothes. She wants you to shoot the bag. You know, it's so sad, you know, it's so sad.
Someone
And
may
then
say,
assistant minister,
yeah, but someone may say she don't want to overlap her function because
I understand, but my thing is, Bweka, if she and that's true. If she and Pizza Ta and that is an open secret that Mama Sikaba and Pizza Ta have been having some serious administrative problems in terms of getting along. If Mama it's two ways. Mama, I cannot be at a ministry where my full potential aren't explode, especially people know my background in advocacy. The first thing when I talk about ministry of general, they can say, what Mama Sikaba is doing? Because Mama Sikaba, as young as she is, these were young people who fabricated the media space and advocated for women's rights here. So I cannot be in such a space where my potential will not be, explode. I think I will just call the president and say, Mr. President, please send me to Post and Telecommunication, where when the people packing your mail that come from America, it will be delivered on time. I said, but the people delivering your mail on time and not the general ministry again. Because since Mama she has been there, we don't even see nothing. If she or a boss, they have problem getting along. And on the far side of that, Bweka, you talk about recommendation.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't want to sound accusatory, but people in government ministry and agency, especially public officials, they need to stop going around minors because it undermines the fight against rape. But let's be honest. If you open the line here, the number of small children that can enter government ministry and agency, it has far increased.
Yeah.
And everything seems normal. My man, during Mr. Salif time, people were very careful. They used to call them Osa trap. In fact, when you see any legal, excuse my friend, with some tete on her chest, you want to make sure she's not Ellen Osa trap. That's what's happening. But that was the narrative, Ellen Osa trap. Meaning when you go, people who play football, when you go outside track, the linesman will raise his flag. And they took drastic and affirmative action. Rape became non-bailable. Were there some people who were falsely accused because of that? Truthfully so. But they took affirmative action in terms of minimizing the numbers. When people rape, the women and children protection at the LMP were very much proactive and in power. They used to have more than 2-3 pickups because they will be moving anywhere around to go and collect suspects. But I don't know whether the LMP is still in power. The Ministry of General follow up those cases. Whether they have safe room for victims of rape. Increasing the Ministry of General budget, I don't think it's just sufficient. I think it's about hiring people with the proper competence who will not just see the Ministry of General as a partisan thing, so that when partisan A is accused, they will not say that party amended. There are people in this government who have been accused, Bweka, of domestic violence. Minister Isaac Doe, your good friend, Tabas.
Yeah, Isaac Doe.
Your good friend.
The story of Adi Calabash the other night.
The story of Adi Calabash. Isaac Doe was accused of brutalizing his girlfriend. We saw the picture here of the man disfiguring the young lady's face. What kind of action? Did the president even take action to even suspend Isaac or dismiss him? Or to even investigate further? Or the minister, I guess, the Minister of General Eyes didn't pick up that. But when Son Lega said she was pregnant for Moali, the Minister of General, trumped the issue and it started to run with it.
Yeah.
So that's the selective. And I'm not here to defend more per se, right? But that's how selective we can be. When certain thing happen here is okay. When certain thing happen there is not okay. Affirmative action. The president needs to is public officials who are accused of rape. He needs to distance them away from the government because they cannot be in their position of influence and be ongoing investigation.
Sure.
Yeah,
has no tolerance to that.
And Darlington, this have caused the issue about our sisters being raped. It have even caused most of our brothers coming back home from the diaspora are also taking advantage of our sisters because they feel like they are seeing the thing is happening in Liberia and nothing has been done about it. So once they are sending the $20, the $30 to the children back home.
I don't know. We're gonna diaspora men, but the diaspora men that I know, They are very big on age. And let me be clear, Bweka.
Most
When all bones are mentioned, all of them take offense. The man's now I'm looking for a
I just be clear because I'm not saying there aren't backward elements here in the US. For people who live in developed society, Bweka, my man, they are very big on age. You can be big that don't pop or what. We have to see your ID card. They always ask you because, my man, it's very important. Except for some of the people who came from on refugee camp and managed to migrate to the US. And those are the ones who have problem with rape. I mean, truthfully so. Some of them, they come to America, they do the same thing.
So do you ask for ID card, Darlington?
My man, I'm a family man, please. Don't put me in problem. My man, I'm a family man, my man. That's rule number one. Rule number one, when you are a young man in the diaspora, before you engage in social activity, you must see age. Because, my man, so now you see the children, they can be 16. But, brother, they can load that at 26.
Yeah.
So you got to double check. You got to double check, brother. If you don't double check, the system here will put you in perspective. So, but that's the truth. You go to government ministry, we know we can laugh about it. You see the young sisters, Bweka. What are they doing there in that? And the children can go in their uniform.
I mean,
yes.
Darlington, the one that can get me confused, right? There are some category of schools,
right?
Yeah, that our guys go for, right?
We'll call that school. We'll call those schools.
The
CWA, JJ Roberts,
Teresa Convent, B.W. Harris, CWA,
JJ Roberts,
my man. I mean, you see somebody younger. I mean, sometimes
it's another place that they go school of prime system.
Yeah, Opotos. Sometimes I go set Opotos to go have some relaxation, my man. See some of our government ministers, the kind of thing that they can be with. I mean, it's so sad. That's why these guys are, the extravagance, the extra activities we allow them to do something. We find out that involving the corruption and stuff and whatever. We need to support that bad lifestyle. You see the guys in male ways at the age, if I can assume like 50, 40, you will see that man around 19, 20-year-old child. Can you imagine that? It's a form of abuse because you want that child, you're submitting that child to financial inducement. That's a form of
sexual exploitation.
Exploiting the child because he or she doesn't have, because she doesn't have, rather. So you are the attribute of power. You have control. You have resources to your disposal. So you're using that resources to exploit the child. That is so bad for our society, man. Come on, Bweka.
Okay, guys. You want to conclude so we can transition?
Yeah, before we transition, something drew my attention the other day. And I'm very much concerned about this. That the CDC, in her quest for political power, is exploiting the youthfulness of the young people of our country. I know that they are looking for first-time voters, but that whole after-wire party at the CDC headquarters was very uncalled for. Where you put high school students who are just, sat the government exam, probably you play music for them in the name of talent show, and we may not get to see all of the activities that go on there, but you play loud music at the party headquarters, go sue me, like, oh man will feed me. That kind of loose society you want to create. Where young people who just take the wire, I know people, it has been a culture, right, where after government exam, young people will go on, they'll go on what we call jolly, they'll have a jolly good time. But that culture of just a loose society, where political party will feel that it is okay that students who just take the government exam should just come to their party headquarters and dance and probably drink some alcohol and misbehave, and political party will think that it is not normalized, that they will use that part of the politics to influence first-time voters. I think it's unfortunate. If that's the reason why Mr. Weah is paying a wire fee for 12th graders, then that needs to stop. Because, my man, the society, my man, young people graduate from high school in the country, Bweka. Even though you come into graduate, but we're even struggling whether you can even spell congratulations. Let alone write a 15 sentence.
congregation.
I saw a video online about a young Liberian boy who graduated from kindergarten, reading a graduation speech.
Yeah, in a red gown.
In a red gown. That is the kind of imagery in academic excellence that I want to encourage. Political parties should be doing that. Not to be throwing parties and social jamborees at their party headquarters in the name of recruiting people. It's very unfortunate, Boyka.
I mean, that day, the children smoke opium that day. Day.
What is that?
We had grass, the children were
At the
smoking.
CDC headquarters.
At our headquarters.
But guys, the President we are in his CDC, they were saying that the students want to appreciate President Weah for him paying their wire fees.
President Weah own resources he using.
So that's why they went to the party HQ.
So President Weah is this rich now that the student lives on his pocket? You really want to believe that? It is taxpayer resources, Boyka. Mr. Weah was broke. My man, George Weah house in 9th Street. Chairman, you used to go there, man.
Yeah, we used to go to the chairman there.
Chairman, our big brother used to be there.
Yeah.
You used to see how deplorable that place was at the time. So we are now, for some reason, is an overnight rich man that he pays people wire fees. And people want to appreciate the president for what? You don't need to pay people wire fees. Empower their parents, provide them with job opportunity so that they can have that dignity of paying for their children's tuition. Let parents have that dignity. But why will I have my children? There's some make up mess we are using the country money to say I'm paying wire fee. Then my child should gain glory over me. What's that?
I pay my child school fee from ABC all the way.
Yeah, you pay wire fee. Then my child will take you. When I saw that video, Burger, I was very disturbed because that's how we create these social excesses in the society. Young people now will start. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. The guy explained to me the situation of the kush in the country. I felt so bad.
You're bringing kush discussion.
That identical day, in that identical day, I'm sure young people smoke marijuana. Young people have unwanted pregnancy and sex. There were probably some alcoholic beverages. Some of just because he graduated from 12th grade, that now everybody, some of them are 18 years or 21, the legal age to drink. Alcohol were there. So, I don't know. That political party will normalize that. It is not politics, right? It is damaging the future of this country.
The social fabric of our society.
It damages the social fabric of the society. No more academic excellence meet where you can have, maybe the city government organizing the
the challenge, debate,
Maserado question tournament,
all these things.
Debate, a spelling bee, these academic activities that will create, the enthusiasm in young people to engage in academic excellence. But you put music on at the party headquarters, go sue me, like your Oma can feed me, you don't know about me, go try my life. What kind of country is that?
So you follow the Liberian music, call it.
I have the taste of Liberian music, but that's the kind of thing. Ain't that kind of song where young people will be giving you talk when you want to say, count. They say, you don't know about me, you want to try my life. That's the country. It is sad. We can laugh about this, but these young people are supposed to be future leaders of the generation to come. When some of them graduate from high school, and you give them pen and paper and they can't even write, a friendly letter, let alone an application to apply for a job somewhere, then we have a problem. We have a serious problem.
So, Waka, 1 minute, please. Before you transition to the next talking point, it is of importance that I make this clarity, right? The other day, not clarity per se, but give update. The other day we were discussing this Friends of Waka issue, right? Where 5,000 was given to that organization on Kerry Street, and some officials and of the organization they flagrantly and flatly refused, to turn the money over to the institution, and they absconded. And we also name and shame them that day. And we also informed the public that 2 of those officials restituted their portion that they got. And also updated is Another 2 persons have restituted theirs. One Mamadi Belete, he was given $400 from that particular money. Mamadi Belete has restituted that money. And we have one Momo Nyanibo. Momo Nyanibo received $300 US. Momo Nyanibo has also restituted his. So now, the total money that has been recovered from those guys is $1,400 US for now. So the balance, 3,600 is still being sought after rather. The leadership, the asset recovery team is still trying to go after those other guys.
Let me just say,
restituted. You know, so that's what they.
Yeah.
So Mamadi Belete and Momo Yanibo has brought theirs. So I just wanted to update the public on.
Yeah, but let them hire the services of our man, Sema Sereno.
Our man Sereno Silva, I saw the man. All of the men drive money. The man driving some kind of small car where you are cheering and chasing after.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. No, you are in a rare one. You are in a rare one to eat. The man driving a car without air conditioner. Can you imagine?
You lie in Tebet. I know you sell in the car.
Huh?
You sell in the makeup.
So listen, the road work around now. Town Bakery. There's a bakery called Town Bakery along this place here. Tingo Village, going Tingo Village area there. Town Bakery. Bonja around there. You know they're doing the road, Sonny. You got the people in the red and the green flag directing you and stuff and what have you. So the whole outside and the other side had traffic. I saw my man Shrek. I can call him man Shrek. The man was sitting in the car, they wishing everything does it. Hey, power.
And I really
you don't even brought to draft car like one thing. But to draft car and keep your AC on, they be bomb.
Okay, guys. So we have the transition, and let's look at the issue about this government and dismissing of people. The last time the government dismissed Kupokra on grounds that he went at the Unity Party vast running mate. Let me say the running mate naming ceremony, and he was dismissed. According to Akaros Moses Gray, Mr. Kra was against this administration, so he needed to be dismissed. Few days later, President Weah dismissed him and replaced him with another person. Now, there is this news about the transport minister in person of Samuel Wulu. There's this news in a corridor that Samuel Wulu will be dismissed anytime soon. From now to the end of this week, Samuel Wulu will be dismissed by George Weah on grounds that he's supporting Mr. Alexander Cummins. It says, trending news from the corridor of the power of suggests that Minister of Transport Samuel Wulu has allegedly involved himself with double standard, serving in a high-ranking position of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC government, while at the same time supporting the standard bearer of the collaborating political party CPP Alexander B. Cummins to oust President George Manuel Weah come October 10th, 2023. According to unconfirmed source, leaders of the CDC are exerting effort to have Minister Wulu booted out of the ministry and replaced with a trusted citizen. I will stop right there, guys. The issue about inclusion in our government, whenever we come to such discussion, I can say, since President Weah took over the mantle of authority in our country, he haven't yet united the country, or he's only after seditions benefiting from his administration, but others that in other political parties shouldn't benefit, or in other sense, they are not loyal to him. That's according to their political official. Their officials. So now, Director, here we are. Once you are not in bed with George Weah and the CDC, or you are not supporting them one way or other politically, you will be taken out of your position. didn't happen to the leg of Samuel Twe, the leg of Nathaniel McGill, those that were working in administration while supporting the CDC, but they are supporting such thing under the weird administration. So here we are, guys. They shouldn't be welcome in our society. This country belongs to every one of us. And if you are capable of doing the job and you are serving the Liberian people well, it shouldn't be based on your political support for somebody that you shouldn't work in a government. Again, Kopokra was dismissed because of his political support to the Unity Party. Now, there's that news that Samuel Ulu will be dismissed few days from now from the Ministry of Transport because his support to the CPP. Darrington, you want to come in on this?
You see, Bweka, I don't want to say here and tell you that I'm surprised. You know, before a public official in the CDC is dismissed, it is either one of their Hallelujah boys will start to raise issue of concern so that it draws attention. So about a week ago, Mayor Jefferson Koji had threatened public officials who are in the CDC and who are not supporting them. He said he will call on the president to take action on them. So that is what Koji was saying. Koji have been threatening people in government who are not very clear in their line. But again, I don't blame Mr. Bweka. That is the price you pay for political patronage. When you get a job, just because you patronize somebody politically, they get to remove you when you start patronizing them politically. When people give you job on the basis of your competence and you get to negotiate your salary with them, they don't just uprightly come and say they're coming to dismiss you. Because you come from a place of serious professionalism, right? And the same thing happened with Cooper Craft, a very acclaimed, educated lawyer. The reason why he was even aligned with Mr. Weah because the NUDP of Prince Johnson's party, for which he's the chairman, they were in political marriage with them. They took power. They managed to absorb some of the people who meant forces with them. And Cooper Craft, he's the chairman of the NUDPL, the NRD, the NURD or something.
No, the MDR.
The MDR. The MDR is having program to endorse one of their partisans as vice standard. You expect the chairman of the party to be there. By the way, that's how he got the job anyway, through his political arrangement. So if the MDR is having program and Cooper Crafts go there, what is wrong with that? By the way, from the one, Mr. Cooper Craft didn't support Mr. Weah as a person. He supported the NDR that were in political marriage with the CDC. So you dismiss him because he went to a program of the Unity Party. That was so uncalled for. The Constitution of the Republic, and Mr. Weah is probably not aware. And that is the problems you have when you just empower anybody, you make anybody president, they will sectionalize the country. The Constitution talks about including people, a government of inclusion that resembles a geographical balance of the sub-region. But the way Mr. Weah is proceeding, well, when he dismissed one Nimba man from the ministry, he replaces him with another Nimba man. The culture that the Nimba people will think that the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication is for them. The same thing with Justice Janet. You dismiss a Mandingo man, you bring another Mandingo man on the Supreme Court bench. You create a precedent where in the future, people will start to think that the Mandingo people deserve a seat on the Supreme Court bench. Nobody, no tribe deserves a seat on the Supreme Court bench, but a Liberian citizen. Whether you are a Mandingo, whether you are a Crew, whether you are a Pele, a Bassa, once you are a Liberian, you deserve to work in any area. So going after, what's his name? Sam Wulu is just unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary because he's supporting Alex Cummings allegedly. And you probably have not even had the facts, whether he is actually supporting Alex Cummings and you want to dismiss him. Probably Sam Wulu and Mr. Weah might have crossed social path. Let him tell the real story. Because if anybody in the government want to support opposition, they will rather support the Unity Party that is the major opposition. They're not going to support Alex Cummings, you know, that his chances to the presidency are not so clear. They don't want to do that. If I'm a minister in the government and I want to support the opposition, I'd rather endorse the Unity Party because I want job.
So why are you thinking all the men going endorse Cummings?
My man, the men did not endorse Cummings. I don't want to believe that. That thing is allegedly. That is just cushion. Let me tell you something. Mr. Weir is someone who must tell us if they are cross social paths, if somebody don't behind somebody's girlfriend, and two of them are supposed to be married.
But Darlington, people are saying the cabinet ministers work at the will and pleasure of the president. So he have the right to dismiss them at any point in time. But dismissing them should be based on tangible reasons.
True.
Where you would tell Liberian people that, oh, there's a reason I'm dismissing them, but not because of their political alignment with other political party. That you should they are Liberians.
Yes.
But so, Danito, if, for instance, Buakai Amara Kamara, I am sitting on this show and Liberian people know that, oh, Buakai is doing his best in hosting the show. And then you bring somebody that will not do better than Buakai for the person to take over the show. And then you put that person to the place where Buakai was sitting and doing extremely well. And then the person that you are bringing to fill in a gap doesn't have any knowledge in hosting this particular show. It becomes a big problem to that sector of our government or to that particular ministry. That's what we are talking about. Let's look at the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. Since this government took over, Cobra Crowd were there. There was no much noise and other things because you were doing a job effectively. But now, look at the person they brought there. Let's look at him. What knowledge you have?
Boy, the man has not been that long now for you to criticize him.
But don't look at his background. Because
I mean, the CC administrator. Say what we're doing as a CC administrator.
Yeah, the man just been there in less than a month and a half, Becca.
Probably the man went there with a mandate. And most of these guys that have employment there, I'm thinking, I'm trying to believe that they are MDR people. So that man went there with mandate.
To clean the house.
Yeah, to clean the house.
To do some house cleaning. But our man Shaq is saying that we are receiving a recording of Sam Mulu gossiping him. And you know the president don't take so kind of to the kind of thing. But my man, brother, let me tell you, who got cast in Morovia, how the transport sector look? Is Sam Mulu an effective minister of transport? Is he delivering person time when you register?
Yeah, the man has been one of the very effective.
Okay.
At the UNEP ministry, they are one of the highest revenue collectors or ministry that have raised the highest revenue to support the national.
So the man is actually delivering.
Yeah, they've been certificated, I think, twice by ARA.
For now, if you go in the morning, you do your paperwork, you can get your lesson play the same day.
At the transport?
Yes. Once you can get a lesson play the same day.
But that's the kind of competence we want to see in government. You know, so if Sam Mulu is doing his job, I think there should be no reason why Mr. Weir should go after him.
So, man, chip in on this, Waka and Darlington, right? There has, since the inception of this government, right? There has been a precedent set, or prior to that precedent, there was this notion that when the CDC won the election in 2017 and got inaugurated in 2018, they had that notion that only citizens should work because citizens were in a struggle. They were looking at it from that CDC perspective, not from the Liberianization perspective or perspective that this person is a Liberian, this person is entitled to working. That's part of the political party he or she affiliates with. But the notion was sedition. So now, the first person that they tried that on worked. And we didn't see President Weir. That's why I want to believe sometimes when you guys say some of these things that happen, Weir sanctions it. He sanctions it. The same thing happened to Gregory Coleman. It happened to Gregory Coleman. When Gregory Coleman was named as the Director General of the Bureau of Concession, according to Nathaniel Bracewell, my old good friend, who used to be member of the ALP, now member, assistant secretary of the ALP, and official of the ALP, crossed carpet 2017 in the second round, supported Georgia, got employment as deputy director general for NBC. He and one of the guys called Derek Gibson, who is the former CDC chair of, I think former or still the CDC chair of McGibbon County. You know, these guys then brought talks at that Bureau of Concession. Ran Gregory Como out of that place. Simply because, according to them, the men were not in line, the men are sedition, the men were supporting any United Party, and they ran that man out of the place. The man had to call our former 102, how they call it, AB Command, to send some men, the palace security officers, to come there to a rescue. So the men tried on Gregory Como, the first person the men tried on, it worked. So it has become a modus of operandi that anybody who they think in their mind is not in line with their CDC manifesto, in terms of you giving citizen job, in terms of you, you know, not to even be seen around opposition people, because they have about that thinking also. We're working in our government, should not be around opposition people. You know, so the minute tried that, it worked. The minute tried that on Gregory, it has worked. Now they want to try that on Musadin and that on Sam Wuru. So now these guys are not acting on their own. President, we have sanctions every bit.
The vice president, I don't know what I recall, said that it is your time to eat, and that if you are here and you are not, you don't join the party, you are not working in your government.
You make your understanding. As I learned, they have included the weight from bamboo in their plan also. NASCO boss, the weight from bamboo. They have included the weight from bamboos in their plan to have these guys ransack. Because if we are right, the same level of protection, the same level of appointment you have. For example, the president appointed me and the president appointed you, Darlington. Do I have force or edge over you? Only the president does. But what one man will feel to himself that he can go about embarrassing you to your own place of work. If that man never had a backing,
because you are supposed to be more partisan than me, more liberal than me.
Yeah, you know. So this is bad. I don't know about this government. I don't know, because according to Chino and TV, anyway, say when the Senate can no longer hold, you know, yeah, that proverb, you know, that's what happening in the CDC. The center can no longer hold it. Guys have gone in disarray. They have gone in disarray. They are fastly, you know, cracking. They're cracking. They cannot stand. So they're accusing people, pointing fingers at people. Men that they wait from bamboos, man. They wait from bamboos. It's a workaholic government official. Yeah, that man has worked in any government very hard and also working. Have you heard that people who've been working with entities going for their pension money, they have not gotten their money?
Nope.
The work from Bible has been one of those persons who has 2 years now, who has 10 friends. Although they get some other thing on you, that one get time for you, like man, who not left, right? But the work from bamboo is workaholic. The brother can work. See the transformation the man has carried to NASCAR, bro. During a part of the days of Orosho Gu, you know how Orosho Gu at NASCAR, Darlington and Quagga? Orosho Gu had NASCAR. He and I guy, Vavle Dode, those two, they were former citizens. They were the first people that early Johnny prosecuted with the Kino Power.
Chemegu?
Yeah, NASCAR. Chigu, Chemegu, and Vavle Dode.
Mama from Bama assure that when you leave NASCAR, you'll be settled.
Yeah, and Francis Kaba, we used to be with NASCAR too. You were heading NASCAR before DeWade came in. But DeWade has transformed that place, my man. DeWade has transformed that place. And, you know, you get issue with the man. What issue? What part of the man supporting? They see what they're accusing figure of Abache was the one who provided The 15 pick ups
How
and
many
17.
minutes? The 60 minutes pick up here. They put on about you. About you say what? The poor about you is your leader.
According to how man Rashika, I can call him man. Rakashika from the
Oh, the Rashakila?
yeah, Rakashika. President, we are saying for Abatie.
Yeah.
President, we are saying for Abatie as a man. Oh, about. So that you undermine the government here. You get the United Party people pay for him money. Then Abatie say, according to our man, Prophet Key, Abatie said, no, Mr. President, I didn't know anything about it. I was not the one, but I learned that I want Indian businessman give this to the people. Then we are saying, but why you never told me? You never said so we can look for the Indian man.
To get home. The Rashakila.
No, on a serious note, man.
The
The guys have crumbled. They have crumbled. The guys have crumbled. They have crumbled.
All right, guys, we need to open the phone lines and, so others can participate. Guys, now the phone lines are open. 0770-102-102-86-010383. Chopper 5 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 chopper 8624171. Once again, those in the diaspora can call on the WhatsApp number +231 chopper 8624171. Call and you will be live on the Costa Morning Show. We talk about the increase in rape cases in our country and the witch hunting in our government sector. What do you make of them? What do you make of the discussion here this morning? Call and be a part. 0770-102-102-86-010383. Chopper 5 102 102. The WhatsApp number is +231 chopper 8624171. Call and you will be live with us this morning. So the way Jefferson Koji said that they will reach out to people. So now the president is saying, the president said Sam Wulu should leave the ministry. And very soon you'll see that man on an announcement of mark my word. Very soon.
The Costa Show, the breaking news.
Sam Wulu announcement will be up that Mr. Sam Wulu, you need to take the exit door and go behind Mr. Alexander Cummings. This according to according to the city mayor, Mr. Cummings plan to give Samuel Wulu salary for the rest of the month for non-election day.
And that's Wulu got lucky with government job.
Yo, so Koji said the man, Mr. Cummings.
You won't be lucky to a government job, eh?
And the other day, South Asia, the other day, man, I saw the man traffic or everything come time, man.
Right.
The man was like rushing, going soon, man. I see same Wulu got out from a car. He was like wanting to take motor back, man. The man got out from the car. The man was inside and blue, the short trouser, and and the ball with no belt on the team, man. I bought in a red color t-shirt, in a slippers with ankle chain on his leg. Can you imagine? Everybody attention or focus on him there. And the other boy was beginning to sound a lot of funny men that go. And they get ankle chain on his leg. So if you listen to the press conference on Jefferson Koji mentioned about lifestyle or something like. Apparently, that's what they're not referring to.
They're looking for people who got lifestyle problem from the beginning of their government. They fired them and now they reject.
Yeah. Some people they want to support their lifestyle. They are double dipping and blah 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 and blah.
They didn't lead a man.
All right, guys. So we still open. The phone lines are open. We are anticipating your calls. 0770-102-102-86-010383. The WhatsApp number is pinned right under my name there. +231 888-624171. That's the WhatsApp number for those in the diaspora. +231 888-624171. Sorry, we are not on the radio this morning. due to some technical problem, but it will be set up from now until tomorrow, and we will get back on air. That's on the radio, but so we are here on the internet. Those in the diaspora can reach out to us on the WhatsApp number +231 8624171. If you're following through YouTube, tune in, Matuna, and we're right here on Facebook. You can call the WhatsApp number, and you will be live with us this morning on the show. So, you know, that into the issue about the drugs, the kush, is becoming really a serious national crisis for Liberia. Those that are importing it are benefiting, and they are damaging the young generation. Darlington, we show people a video the last time where a young guy that we can say between the age of 15 to 16 to 17 like that, couldn't stand. He couldn't stand on his feet when he talked in that kush. And now it's damaging the entire young society, Darlington. So the government ain't doing anything about this. They are silent on it and making it look like nothing is happening in Liberia. But let's go to the phone line and take this person on the line this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kama, and good morning to Teves and Brother Darlington. How you guys doing?
Very well, Momo.
Community Executive Director. Thank you. I don't know how you guys get in because it is raining on my side, your cars and door.
Yeah, go ahead. Your line clear.
I am the Executive Director of Make Liberia Great in America and the United States of America, back Liberia. First of all, I call purposes to weigh in on the drugs issue. Former Senator John Barrow of Maryland County office scheduled me. He said, call me that we should have a meeting to see how best we can have a serious simultaneous protest throughout the 15 sub-political divisions so that the drugs people should full stop to bring it drugs away. Because my Lord, because I was driving to the Ralphie Highway, you know, I went to pick up one of my balls, and I saw this guy just join the road, baby, man, took a shit. He just louder. And I think we were on speed, but now that burger was going to be there. Chop water noticed, oh, the boy cruise. And I think it is starting. All right? We call it on national government, call it on the civil society movement, and all the world are being, look, we need to start. And what I told him about it was that, look, gentlemen, Chief, we need to start naming and bullying those who are responsible for drugs. All right? Even our own district 13. They call it lawmaker that he's a drugs addict. He bring in drugs. Right now, the drugs business is getting rougher. So I think those are people we need a name and shame at the end of the day, so that we can justify this.
Okay.
Believe me, it will be past mark. The Twitter man say we will not stand up. At the end of the day, many of our young children, many of our young women, most of the women too. So sometimes I want to cry when I see women. You know, I mean, look, it's sad, man.
Okay.
We just call it on all of the men in Liberia to get in hands and show to Liberia what that we want reject drugs.
Okay.
So we'll get rid of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take Bibara Sheikh Sako. He want to form part of the discussion this morning. Good morning, Bibara. Welcome.
Good morning, Baka. Good morning, Teves, and good morning, my Sion player and Sion striker, Darlington Collins.
Good morning.
And good morning to the Liberian people.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
What a quite interesting show this morning. Been following up from.
I think his location is very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaq, you need to change your location and call us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the connection from his end where he, you know, that member he driving always now. So, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you are live. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Am I audible?
Yeah, loud and clear. Welcome back.
Well, thank you so much, Baka. All right, let me roll real quick over the issue of what's happening in Liberia at the moment.
Mm.
You know, you see, we've always said this, that Mr. Koji or Jefferson Koji is indeed the agent of Mr. Weir that implements all of his bad and dictatorship kind of form of rule or policies. So what is more interesting here is that you will find out, look, they just built up a story against Mr. Sam Wulu.
Mm.
Look, we got issue of clear evidence. You know, Mr. Weir has a lot of people in Liberia, girls, some men, because they believe that that's the only way they can show their loyalty to him. They will always recall people. When you're having a conversation, they will recall you and they send it to him. So there's a situation where Mr. Sam Wulu was being recorded discussing Mr. Weir on some policy issues and different stuff. But Weir doesn't have the boss, as usual, to always call people that he have issue with to tell them, say, look, my man, I heard this, I heard that, let's discuss it. But would rather send or unleash his puppet, a person of Mr. Koji, to go and attack the people. But that's an important thing. What happens is that sometimes, in the process of that, Koji end up crossing his boundary. You know, Koji crossed his boundary when he had a press conference by attacking Sam Wulu. He was only given an instruction to attack Sam Wulu. So it would look at it to say Sam Wulu is supporting the ANC or this and that, but that's a different story. He crossed his boundary by going as far as attacking the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia. And you and myself know that's the only person that disagree with the president. As I speak to you, Koji will never deny it, that he was denied entering into the president's compound this weekend on grounds the president said he should go and apologize publicly to the Minister of Justice. If not, he will not be allowed to see him.
Wow.
As we speak, that situation is there right now. I want to dare him, let me deny it.
Mm.
All right. What do you we are government? So we are here, I can really remember you know it. The only thing I know what we are whether I brief. Because the thing is that we got people in there that are loyal to us. We've been nice to them, we've been good to them. But I mean, I'll just conclude on this. The CDC is about to crumble. It's about to crumble because even sedition themselves have come to the realization that they were being used by Mr. Weir. And Mr. Weir doesn't really love them. And I will say this to Jefferson Koji. Koji, my picking, you always learn to use the word strategic. But very soon, we will give you a clear definition of the word strategic and how to apply the strategy that you think you always speak about it, but you don't do it. But guys, it was a great time. Hope I'll be home this few days so I can join you on the show again, and then we will be coming on some more interesting issues, especially about the drugs issue. I think the Minister of Justice and the DEA director, they are back in Monrovia from their visit in the US. And I mean, so it's just some great interesting thing, guys. But I hope to join you guys hopefully by next week.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sheikh Sako there joining us from the US. You can do the same. Call me up on the WhatsApp number +231 888.
And let me just make clarity. When Sheikh say even the soup the president eat, he can know. He don't literally mean the food the president can eat. Before y'all go after the cook, we beg you. Because know y'all can take things so literal. When the man say even the soup, the man spoke figuratively, meaning he knows the president every move. So y'all might not go after the poor cooks who are cooking in the president's house.
When I go after and I own niece and I smith over wealth.
So good. We still taking your calls. Keep it coming. We have roughly about 9 more minutes to go. If you can call in, you will be a part. The number is +231 888 624171. But this is alarming. Let's talk a little bit about this drugs issue, the Kush. Kush is affecting every sector of our country. Like we said the last time, Darlington and I, every family in Liberia have their own Zogo. When I mean Zogo, you know, our brothers that are on the street, our brothers and sisters, the Zogo and the Zoqueen. I want to see a family that will say they don't have their own zogo from the issue about the drugs. The drugs is taking over every society. Yes, of course. I do have my own zogo in my family. Danito do have his. Teves do have his. Everybody. So if you think that this is just about the guys that are on the street, look at your own family. The person that is being affected by these drugs is serving as your own zogo. And we all need to put our hands on deck and call on the government to take swift actions in resolving some of these things. The school-going kids, they are suffering from a kush that is taking away lives. Is being sold for $100 Liberian, $150 Liberian dollars. That is just a chicken cheese to Liberian students that are going to schools. The youthful generation, they can afford $150. So they are all taking in a kush, and it's taking away lives, taking away our brothers and sisters' lives. They feel that this is the only way they can feel themselves when they are into that particular kush. But Darlington, here we are again. The government isn't doing anything about the drugs issue.
Breakout the Liberian people just need a change of regime. They need to take an action on Mr. Weah because this man is very ineffective. He knows what's happening to the country. Like sometimes I rather ask myself, is this president in country or he's on vacation? Because this kush thing is all over. Like everywhere there's ghetto. They know who bring these narcotics in the country. They know them. The DA people, they know them. But some of the major drug cartels are sanctioned and run by public officials.
Yeah. So
it tied the DA. It's like we just have the DA. It's just another private security in uniform that we are just paying salary. I think it's a place for job opportunity for group of useless Liberian people who just want job. We just pay them at the DA. Because the people know what's happening, Bweka. Nobody, the president don't want to take affirmative action. Nobody, it's sad, Bweka. The Americans already even help us with information about drugs coming to the country. They go to our criminal justice system. They are found not guilty. They leave the country. The government say they want to rearrest them. No hair, no tea. The whole trial process, a bogus process. So, Bweka, that's the country we have. Like, kush, again, I can say to parents, especially mothers, if you're praying for your children, you need to pray harder.
Okay, let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Broker. Good morning to the team. My name is Harrison Sosa. I'm calling from the United States.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Thank you guys, for the exercise this morning on the show. You see, the problem of drugs is almost anywhere in a country. Okay, whether it's a George Weah government, comes another government after George Weah, we will continue to have the problem on drugs issues. But let me say this, right? The inability of the administration to control drugs is something we should really be looking at. Okay, and we can empower the community. You see, how can we fight drugs when, of course, people in the government are controlling, are importing drugs? We know what the American government did recently, the 140 million total worth of drugs that were seized. Okay, big hands are in it. But you know what? Including you, Darlington, Booker, whosoever, we will fight drugs after George Weah. I can promise that. Okay, we have to empower every community to expose where these guys are nesting with drugs activities. Almost every community. I can imagine a man like me or somebody who has a vision like me, and I'm the director for DEA. That's a joke. Because special funds need to be set aside. Because if you don't do that, if you don't expose these guys and have a tight rope in dealing with people who bring drugs into the country, even distributing it in the various communities, the country will have problems. It's not just about an administration. It's about the country as a whole. Our brothers, our nephews, our nieces. And just to end up, don't you know that even in the high schools, people are dealing with drugs in there? They carry drugs with these children after school or during recess hours, and they are doing drugs. They put drugs in Kenya, in Kenya, and you name it. So it is a serious problem that we all have to stand up. I have a lot of strategies because I know I dealt with drugs issues before.
All right.
Here in the United States. I need to comment further on that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I take says Evangeline Mamita as our last caller. Good morning. Welcome. Hello.
Hello, brother. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome. You're our last caller.
I don't know how you want we are to take the affirmative of action when he himself is the drug dealer. If we are talk to people money, no drug dealer, that's why the last time they threatened him, free those people. The American government called him here to tell him what he was doing to get him warning. He didn't listen to them. He went and freed the people in the gun. Same way he's afraid of that Gucci clown, Jefferson Koji. Jefferson Koji sitting right over there and threatening the what they call it, the Chief Justice, and the president is mute because he's part of it. When your hands are dirty, when you are crocodile person, that's what happened. You have all the trash that come in the country because you are part of it. So, but what I believe, whoever come in power, they're going to take care of that. And they should be strong. If they can, they should call the UN to help them, or the American government to take the guys away, because those guys that come in the country that had to be breaking weapons, guns and stuff in the country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, guys, we wrap it up. Let's begin with Darlington. You listen to the callers, and we have to go home now quickly. So let's begin with you, Darlington.
Well, Bweka, you see, the sub-region now, Liberia is a major hub for drug trafficking. And the Liberian people need to take action themselves because, unfortunately for them, they have a government that is not in the interest in going after the issue of drug and substance abuse. Liberian people, you have an opportunity. Elections are here in 2023. The other options on the opposition shelf, I think they provide better alternative than Mr. Weah. You need to decide what kind of future you want for yourself and for your children. It is your children's future that is at stake. Ask yourself the question. Look around, see the young people, how they are wasting all over the country. No active program of engagement. How do we prepare a future for these young people? These are the questions I want you to ponder over as we close this show today. Think about that. Is everything okay with the young people? Is there more that we can do to keep them engaged and empowered? If Mr. Weah was given 6 years and he showed that he's not a good steward, then there's a need to change the regime. Because this issue of drug, issue of rape, issue of incompetence, lack of productivity, everything we see under Mr. Weah. Show me one sector that Weah has performed immensely that you can grade in an A. Show me one sector. Everything under this guy, nothing is working. It is you who in the country, it is your children's future that is at stake. You have an opportunity to either change the course of history, because it is your children that will still go to borrow our food. Your daughters will go on the street again to prostitute. Your sons and daughters will be raped. You need to take action in determining a better future for your children. Liberian people, this country have come far too long for this country to be the way it is. From 2004, 2003, after the war, up to now, to 2023, how many years has it been? Young people in the streets of Monrovia are still selling, hawking cars when they should be in school. Hey, man. And these officials are living life, or they are okay. They are okay. Their children are okay. Their children are on foreign soil, doing well. It is your children who they are stuck in that place. No healthcare system, Bweka. So please think about it. It is your children's future again that is at stake. You have 2023 before you. Another opportunity to write your own history. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Teves, you want to conclude from your end?
Yes, sure. Basically, we will again ask the president to be more proactive in making sure that those people that he appoints, are people with the requisite knowledge of aiding his government through professionalism and providing those basic things, that that particular entity will need to foster the agenda of government. We frown on those incompetent people that George we are continuing to appoint. Basically, we were discussing the issue about the Ministry of Gender and Children's Social Protection, and we think that PISOTA is not doing well in terms of discharging of function and duties as the Minister of Gender. And also, I want to again say, hold on to those people, those men that take our little children, abuse them, rape them, simply because they want to satisfy their instant gratification or make sure that they go about doing it for ritualistic purposes. We want to say shame on them. Shame on also some of the men, because I'm not in that category, I'm a responsible man. Some of the men that don't take care of their home, that don't take care of their family in terms of providing their needs, but they are outside involved into a lot of social activities where they get 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10 homes. They are sponsoring their girlfriends, but their people at home are not being taken care of. And they will be dragged to court to charge them for non-persistent support. Shame on them also. And also we call on the DEA. The issue about this drug situation in this country is skyrocketing. Let the DEA step down, let the Liberian government step down in making sure that the issue, but the question I hear you guys discussing is very, very. Just the other day around this place here, Third Street, there's an entertainment center called Creation. Right between there, there's a bar over there where the sewage always giving problem. Right between there, that guy that stood in the center of the road, the man held B-rock in your hand. You're not gonna be driving a car, eh? You're not gonna be driving a car, eh? You're not gonna be driving a car, eh? And you see the guy talking the spit. That take foam right here again. Those the guy from taking something. That take foam just set into the both corners of the guy's mouth. And the issue about drugs is very, 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 very important. That government needs to step a feet down and make sure that these things are controlled. If it cannot be eradicated, let it be controlled to a minimum level. Because our young brothers, our young sisters are all being fast destroyed by this menace. The issue about the drugs. And, so Pwaka will be here tomorrow again to discuss what we love doing and contribute to our society by analyzing policies and the political trend of our society. I want to say thank you to all of our listeners. Thanks for following. We'll be back here tomorrow.
Yep. So join us tomorrow. There have been this news just dropped in. Court orders rescue one UP property seizure over renter indebtedness.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. You know that building that United Party were owning, right? The property, right? They were out because of indebtedness. They were owing the McLeans for that particular building. That case even went to court. It is now in court state, Waka. And also they have seized the property on Broad Street, and they are trying to seize it and have them seized until the money that they owe the McLeans from the old United Party headquarters they can pay for the money at the end of the owe the McLeans. Okay, but we'll look into it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll look into it. It says court orders rescue one UP properties seizure over rent-up indebtedness. So tomorrow, we'll look at that on the show. Join us tomorrow morning. Brakai Amara Kamara is my name. I've been here with Tavesta Tevesna and Darlington Collins. We'll be back here tomorrow to bring you another fascinating discussion of the Costa Morning Show. About it then, it's bye-bye from our end.